Good evening. The first owners of terraced houses being sold for just £1 in Stoke-On-Trent have been taking a look today at what they've bought. 33 run-down properties were put up for grabs by the City Council, with new owners being offered a £30,000 loan to complete essential repairs, repayable over 10 years. In return, they have to commit to living there for at least 5 years. Our Staffordshire reporter Liz Copper has been to see what they get.
These are the first-time buyers on the threshold of an experiment in home ownership.
Hi, my name's Rachel Roberts, I'm 31, and the reason I want a £1 house is because it's so difficult to pull a deposit together for a mortgage, and this is a perfect opportunity to not only own my own home but also impact a community.
Hi, I'm Gavin, I'm 25. I wanted to be involved in this scheme because it's just helping get Stoke-On-Trent back on the map, and it's a good financial opportunity for people who can't initially afford to get onto the housing market.
The buyers are committing to a £30,000 loan to do up their properties.
This is one of the houses. There were strict eligibility criteria for anyone wanting to take part in this scheme. The reality is the council's still looking for potential homeowners who are both willing and able to take on one of these homes.
In the next street, these houses are for sale by auction next month, with a guide price of just £20,000. So is this scheme a risky option? In a recent audit report, this scheme was described as an emerging risk. Why is that?
Well, risk is people's perception, and our perception is that it's not a risk. We're going to ensure that this scheme actually succeeds.
Work will begin to renovate the homes in the next few weeks. The first homeowners are expected to pick up their keys and move in by the early part of next year. The test for this project will be whether it can truly revitalise and regenerate these streets. Liz Copper, BBC Midlands Today, Stoke-On-Trent.
Well, joining us now from London is Miles Shipside from Rightmove. Good evening to you, Mr. Shipside. Is this a good idea?
It is a good idea because rather than getting one-off do-ups on a street, you can regenerate the whole area at once. So it has a major impact, and obviously, as you heard from the people you interviewed, they've got a real passion for the area, which some speculators don't have. So actually getting owner-occupiers with a long-term commitment to an area is a great idea to gentrify it and bring it up in terms of standards.
So do you reckon this could be used in other parts of the country where it needs revitalisation?
Certainly could be used. A fairly unique set of circumstances because they have all been compulsory purchased as, I believe, part of a wider regeneration scheme that perhaps didn't take place. But it's a good idea to use existing houses with a lot of character and space, and it's often cheaper than knocking them down and building new ones.
Still tough, isn't it, for people to get onto the property ladder?
It is indeed. There is the government Help to Buy scheme coming in, so previously you've had to have 10% deposit, but now with 5% deposit you'll be able to actually potentially get onto the housing ladder as a first-time buyer.
What about these warnings that we hear from people that this government scheme will only sort of create a bubble which will burst?
Obviously there's a risk of a price spike if lending was as irresponsible as it was pre-2007, where you could certify your own mortgage or get an interest-only or 125% loan-to-value mortgage. A lot tighter lending criteria has come in now, so it won't be a mortgage free-for-all. And to get these 5% deposit mortgages, you're going to have to be pretty squeaky clean. So that ought to temper demand and stop a price spike.
Do you think there's anything more that can be done to help the property market?
Confidence is growing. We're actually seeing positive economic signs, and with greater mortgage availability that the Help to Buy scheme will bring in, then I think we're on the road to recovery. So that is obviously good news for people that are trapped in their properties and want to trade up. Good news for first-time buyers if prices don't go up too much.
Mr. Shipside, thank you very much indeed. Coming up